The war had ended 3 months ago, but Kivan still couldn't believe humanity had won. The Velkari Empire had swept through 12 star systems before encountering Earth. They were apex predators from a world of endless forests, feline humanoids with reflexes that made Olympic athletes look sluggish, and a warrior culture that had never known defeat. When their fleets arrived at the edge of Sol system, every military analyst predicted humanity's extinction within weeks. They hadn't counted on human stubbornness. Kivan adjusted his collar as he stood in the military complex's reception hall, uncomfortable in his dress uniform. The medal on his chest felt heavy, the Terra Defense Cross awarded for actions during the Battle of Europa Station. He'd held a critical choke point for 18 hours against Velkari shock troops, buying time for civilian evacuations. The nightmares still came most nights. Sergeant Kivan Torres? A crisp voice pulled him from his thoughts. He turned to face Commander Wells, a woman whose gray eyes had seen too many wars. She held a data pad and wore an expression that suggested she'd rather be anywhere else. Yes, ma'am. Your reward has arrived. I want to make it clear that this wasn't my idea. The Velkari insisted on their traditional customs during the peace negotiations. Our diplomats agreed to honor their prisoner exchange protocols. She paused, her jaw tight. The Velkari give prisoners to decorated enemies as a sign of respect. It's considered a great honor in their culture. Kivan's stomach dropped. Ma'am, I know. Neither does she, probably. But refusing would be seen as a grave insult and could jeopardize the entire peace treaty. You'll treat her with dignity and respect. She's not a slave, our lawyers made that crystal clear. She's technically a ward under your protection until formal repatriation protocols are established. Could be weeks, could be months. The door behind Wells opened and Kivan's breath caught. The Velkari woman stood nearly 6 feet tall, her frame lean and powerful beneath the simple gray coveralls of a prisoner. Her fur was a striking pattern of silver and charcoal, and her eyes, large, luminous amber, fixed on him with an intensity that made him want to step back. Her ears, distinctly feline and expressive, lay flat against her skull in obvious displeasure. This is Hyle, Wells said, formerly a scout hunter in the Velkari Expeditionary Force. She was captured during the Europa engagement. Hayal's tail lashed once, a sharp whip crack of movement. Hayal, this is Sergeant Torres. As explained, you'll be residing with him under the terms of the treaty. Your status will be reviewed monthly. I need no human's protection, Hayal said, her voice a low growl colored by an accent that turned syllables into purrs. This is humiliation. For both of us, Kivan muttered, then immediately regretted it when those amber eyes locked onto him with predatory focus. The apartment felt smaller with Hayal in it. She'd spent the first hour examining every corner, every window, moving with the fluid grace of her people. Kivan had watched from the kitchen, unsure what to say to an alien warrior who'd probably killed dozens of humans. The sleeping platform, she finally said, gesturing to his bed. There is only one. You can have it. I'll take the couch. Her ears pricked forward slightly. Surprise, he guessed. You would give me the superior position? You're a guest. Sort of. He grabbed a pillow from the closet. There's food in the refrigerator. I don't know what your people eat, but there's variety. Bathroom's through there. And, I work nights sometimes, so you'll have privacy. Hayal studied him for a long moment, her head tilting in a way that was disturbingly cat-like. You are the human from the choke point. The one who wouldn't retreat. Kivan froze. You were there? My pack was in the third wave. We were told to expect minimal resistance, that humans were soft, weak, that they fled when facing true warriors. Her tail swished slowly. We lost 23 soldiers in that corridor. You fought like someone with nothing to lose. I had everything to lose. There were 10,000 civilians on the evacuation transports. Something shifted in Hyle's expression. Not quite respect, but perhaps recognition. She moved to the window, gazing out at the city lights. We were told humans were barely sentient, easy prey. Our commanders were very wrong. So were ours. They said your people would never accept surrender, that we'd have to fight to the last. We surrendered, Hyle said quietly. When the alternative was extinction of our species, we surrendered. Our empress chose survival over pride. Many still call her a coward. Kivan joined her at the window. My commanders called our defense reckless and tactically unsound. Said I should have fallen back when I had the chance. But you didn't. No, I didn't. They stood in silence, two soldiers from opposite sides of a war neither had wanted, watching the city sleep below them. "I will take the couch," Heil said finally. "I have slept in worse places during campaigns. We could trade off alternate days." Her ears swiveled toward him, and for the first time he saw what might have been the beginning of a smile. "You negotiate like a Velkari merchant. Very well. We alternate." Kevin extended his hand, an old human gesture. Hale looked at it, confused, until he explained. Her hand, slender, furred, with retractable claws she kept carefully sheathed, clasped his. "Perhaps," she said softly, "this arrangement will not be completely unbearable." "Yeah," Kevin agreed, surprised to find he meant it. "Maybe not." Outside, the stars shone bright, the same stars both their peoples had fought over and the same stars they might somehow learn to share. The end.